Welcome, friends. This presentation is on behalf of Lessonscape Academy. My name is K. Rajshekharan. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm going to run through the process involved for tax return filing using ITR1 for individuals for assessment year 2021-22. If you go and type in Google income tax online filing, this is the screen where you will be landing. And then in that, you have to select login button. Once you select login button, you will be landing into this login screen where you have to enter your PAN number and also the password in the next screen. For the sake of practical example, these are the numbers I have assumed. This assessee has got income from salary, income under the head of house property, let out property, and the assessee also has income from other sources. Any assessee who has income from capital gains or income from business or profession, they have to use ITR2 or ITR3, but our scope of coverage is ITR1 online filing in this video. So once you land in this particular screen, you are going to enter your PAN number and also password to log in. Once you log in, this is the screen where you will be landing. So before we get into the act of filing the tax return, we should know what is the tax credit which is already available in the form of TDS or TCS. For that purpose, you have to see Form 26AS online. So let's start with that. So we go to E5 and then select income tax returns. In that, view Form 26AS. So once you select Form 26AS, a screen like this will appear, disclaimer. You have to confirm and then go into the next screen. A new tab will be opening. And this is a separate tab which we will close once we see the tax credit. You have to tick this one and then go into the next screen. In this screen, you have to select the assessment year for which you are looking for the tax credit and also view it as HTML. Once you do that, you select the left-hand button, view and download first, and then followed by export as PDF. Once you do that, you will automatically, the system will save a PDF file, which is your 26AS. In this, you can see what are the various sources of income base on which TDS has been deducted. This will be a very useful information, and this is a starting point for filing the tax return. Now we come to the actual tax return filing. We have now come out of 26AS, which was there in the right-hand side. So this is actual tax return filing. First, we have to select the assessment year in this particular drop-down. Once you select the assessment year, then are you going to do online or offline? Select online and then we'll continue. Once you go into the continue, next screen, I try to fill in some data. So that's why it's asking resume filing. So to make sure that you understand better, we will start a new filing. When you start a new filing, you land into this screen. In this screen, are you an individual, HUF? We will select individual and then we'll continue. Once you go into the next screen, do you want ITR1 or any other form? So we'll select ITR1 and then we'll proceed with ITR1. Once you select ITR1, you will be landing into this screen. So we are really now ready to get started. But the system alerts you, it says, be ready with your Form 16, all the data which is required for filing the tax return, be it income from other sources, income from house property, salary income, be ready with the document so that you can file. Because sometimes the system logs out after 15 minutes of inactivity. So once you do that, it is asking you a question, why you are filing the return? Whether your income is greater than 2,50,000, which prompted you to file. Let's select others for simplicity. So once you select others, you will end up into a screen which will have 5 tasks to be completed. You have to fill in the personal information or validate the personal information. Then you have to select your gross total income. Then you have to fill in total deductions, the tax paid, and then the total tax liability. We are going to do one after another in that order. Once you click personal information, you will be landing into this screen. In personal information, what type of employment? There is a drop down. I have selected others. Are you filing the tax return under section 139(1)? That means on or before the due date. We have selected that. And then we are now moving into the next screen. In the next screen, the Honorable Finance Minister has introduced a new scheme, 115 BAC. Earlier, it used to be all the gross total income minus deductions used to get taxed at a normal rate. Now, there are some people who are not investing any money in Chapter 6A. If you don't want any deductions, then you are eligible for a lower rate of tax under section 115 BAC. So if you select no, that means you want to follow the traditional method. So what is the tax rate difference between normal and 115 BAC? If you say yes, you will select, you are going to apply, the rates as per 115 BAC will be applicable to you. So rate for individual, if you're a normal thing, these are the rates for this assessment year 21-22. If you are going to opt for 115 BAC, then the rates are 0%, 5%, 10%, like that. So you can make note of this, and based on your income level, if you have zero investment in Chapter 6A, LIC policy, etc., you can select 115 BAC. But here, since this assessee has got some Chapter 6A deduction, I selected no here. Okay, let's move on. If you further move down in personal information, the bank accounts will be listed. Whatever bank account you have added in the master data file, you have to validate that. One of the bank account, you will select it for refund purposes. Once you do that, you press the button confirm. Once you say confirm, look at the thing here. The first task out of 5 is already completed. So then we move on to the next one, gross total income. Remember, yes, the data which I have given initially, that data we are going to capture here in gross total income. So first question it is asking whether the assessee is eligible for any deduction under section 1014. I selected no. All this assessee has HRA deduction under section 1013A to the extent of 25,000. That's what I have selected. This will change depending upon each one. Somebody may have HRA deduction, somebody may not have, so you have to select it suitably. So once you have done that, now we are in salary income. I've selected no except 1013A. Then I say confirm, or I say continue. When I say continue, look at it here. Already it is showing a deduction of 25,000 because I have already updated 25,000 for HRA. Now I further move on to the next screen. In this screen, I have to enter the salary details from Form 16. So the salary details, as I said in the first page, data, the salary is 5 lakhs. I'm going to enter the thing. And once I enter the salary of 5 lakhs, 25,000 is already, I'm eligible for exemption under section 1013A. My income, net salary becomes 4,75,000. But the government also gives me standard deduction of 50,000. So the income chargeable under the head salaries is 4,25,000. So now income from salary is over. I still need to update income from house property. 10,000 rupees is a rental income. So, well, this is the salary income. I say save. Once I say save, I move into income from house property. I have received a rental income of 1,20,000 and I have paid a property tax of 6,000. So the net annual value is 1,14,000. The government, I am eligible under section 24 small a, 30% standard deduction and the net annual value. The system will automatically calculate the 30%. Then you will arrive at 79,800, which is a net income chargeable under the head income from house property. So once this is done, I have to see 79,800 is already done. So once this is done, I have to now move into the next source of income. These are the various incomes which I have under income from other sources. Dividend income, interest on fixed deposit. I might have received refund from income tax department on which I would have received some interest. All of them are taxable. I have to tabulate all the things and then I will have to arrive at the total number. And these numbers I have picked up from the data which I have given in the third or fourth slide. Okay. So once I enter all these things, income from other sources also is over. Now, these three heads of income, income from salary, chargeable income from salary, chargeable income from house property, chargeable income from other sources, all put together, I have a gross total income of 696, 697. Now with this, I have completed the second task out of the 5 tasks. So like if I say confirm, look at it here. I have completed the personal information. I have completed the gross total income. Now, when I click on this one, I will have to now fill the total deductions. The only deduction what I have is 150,000, 150,000 under section 80C. So I will have to fill that. So let's see how we can do that. Now we are in the third task out of 5 tasks. So again, it says, have you done any donation eligible for anything under section 80G? Any other deduction for research and development? Any deduction under section 80GG? I said, no. The only thing which I am looking for, as per the data, section 80C, I'm eligible for 150,000. I'm entering that. Once I enter that, let's see what happens. I'm eligible for anything under section 80CCD, 80D, I say no. So I'm just filling the data. So once you do all these things, then I have to press continue. Whichever is not applicable, you select no. Then finally, you come to the screen shows you the total deductions, 150,000. If you agree with that, you say confirm. Once you say confirm, now what happens is, look at this. We have completed all the 3 tasks, first 3 tasks. So 150,000 income, everything is there. You can also cross-check whether these numbers are okay. Now we are going to go to the 4th task out of 5, which is already there, tax paid. Tax paid is nothing but the tax credit which is already available. I showed you form 26AS. You have to compare this information with the form 26AS. If there is any discrepancy, if there's no discrepancy, you can go ahead and then confirm. So it shows 16,761. All of them are tax deducted on my salary. I go and click here and view the details. What you have to do when you are viewing the details, you have to select all of them. The 16,761 you are going to claim against your tax liability. So click on this so that everything will be selected. Once you select all these things like this, then you go to the next screen. When you go to the next screen, you say confirm. Once you say confirm, with that, the 4th task is also completed. The tax paid or tax credit is confirmed. Now, based on this information, the system has already calculated the tax liability, which is 22,714. So I have to now go and then check the last task by clicking this button. When I click this button, this is what it comes. It says computation of your income, your net income is so much after the deduction. Then it gives you even the calculation for your tax liability, and you are not eligible for any 87A relief because the income is above a certain level. Then the tax is calculated. You see all these things. Finally, the total tax payable is 22,714. Do you have enough credit? You don't. So when you say confirm, automatically what happens is there's a difference, 22,000 and 16,000. Approximately about 6,000 still you have to pay. When you say, now look at this screen, all the 5 tasks are completed. Now you say proceed. When you say proceed, you will come to this one. See, you have to pay 6,000 rupees approximately. So 5,950 you have to pay. So you need to pay. Now, do you want to pay next screen? See, this is a summary of all the work what we have done. Now we are moving into the next screen. It says, do you want to pay now or do you want to pay later? You can select pay later or pay now. If I select pay later, it takes you to this particular screen. The amount payable is 5,950. Now, whether you paid or not, now you are going to file the return. You do the preview of your return. When you preview your return, the system automatically takes you to this screen. In this screen, it says preview and submit the return. Your name will appear, your father's name will appear, and your PAN number will appear. So you have to just say tick, and then you have to say proceed. Proceed to preview. That means it is asking, that is, I am the assessee, son of so-and-so or daughter of so-and-so, filing and then finishing. So proceed to the preview of tax return will appear on the screen like this. You can scroll down in this screen to see all the data what you have entered to make sure that they are correct, because you will get another opportunity to correct if there is anything you have left out. Once you have done that, you go for proceed for validation. So once the validation process is done, it will appear with a green symbol, validation successful. Once the validation is successful, you have to complete verification. How you want to verify your tax return, either through Aadhaar or through net banking or by physically posting ITR file. Once you select that, then you have to say continue, and then this screen will appear. In this screen, if you say submit, the return will be submitted, and then you'll be able to download the ITR file as well as your tax return for your records. I hope this video was useful. I look forward to meet all of you with more such videos. Thank you very much. If you need any professional help in regard to tax filing or in any other tax matters, you can contact us at this address. Thank you very much.